Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga section. I'm here today to begin the review for One Piece Manga chapter 1018. So we basically start off with, was it the gifters, the headliners and the gifters? Like, obviously, because Otama has given the order, some of them are switching sides. So we basically just see that play out. And it's during this time as well, they're trying to, because obviously there's still some of them who still there's some of them who's realized what's going on, realizing that Otama is the source. So we have Usopp, Nami trying to get Otama away, and they team up with the horsey again. I forget her name, but they team up with the horsey. Well, not team up, they meet up with her, and they're basically just trying to get away right now. And it's during this scene where we have Nimbus, as I call him, go to Nami and say, yo, yeah, Nami, yo, like, what's the word that he used? He said, can I be your servant like before? And then Nami's like, no, not servant, sidekick. And that pees me off, yeah, because previously Nami's like, I don't want nothing to do with you. And now calling Nimbus her sidekick means that she's warming up to him, meaning that she's willing to keep him around, meaning that it is more likely now, because Nami wants him, that he's going to be kept around. And I've said previously, because this power up is coming from Big Mom, and it's not something Nami has earned herself, I don't want it around. But it seems like this is the route we are going to take. After that, we skip over to CP0, who are talking about they're just basically doing the numbers game. If you've read the chapter, you know how many numbers of the sides have been flipped. There's so and so many people left. It's so and so number versus so and so number. I can't remember the exacts, but you know what I'm talking about. But what's the most important bit that came out of this is when they start talking about who's who, and it's like, yo, who's who needs to after this is all said and done, we need to make sure who's is dead. So they've got a problem with who's who. Now one of them does mention, like, no, do we really need to kill him? So that's old news now. But there's a problem with who's who, and on this and CP0, and they don't seem too worried because one of them does mention, who's fighting Jinbei, it should be fine, Jinbei will deal with it, kind of thing. And then we skip over to the fight, Jinbei versus Who's Who. And now the fight was good. I'm not sure if it's done. But what we get in this chapter, it was good. Not what I was expecting, but it was good. And because it was not what I was expecting, that kind of leads into why I think it's not done. But we go through the fight. It's a good fight. Jinbei putting in the work. He has the upper hand for the majority of the fight, and if the fight is over, he came out with a clean win. No problems there. And we had Who's Who using all the Ridoku fighting style techniques. I think it's called Ridoku fighting styles. The Soru, the Genpo, and all that. He's throwing out all of those there, even the finger gun as well. And what caught my eye is that throughout the fight, Jinbei is hacking up, obviously, the ultimate hacking up to basically do the defending for the attacks that he didn't seem he needed to dodge. And at one, there's a few panels actually, I think. No, I think there's just that one. There, no, there's two, yeah, I'm gonna say there's two panels, yeah, where we see Jinbei and his arms. So his face, arm and haki, and his arms, arm and haki, yeah. We don't ever see a full body shot of this. So I'm wondering to myself, is Jinbei using a full body arm and haki? And the reason why that caught my eye is because earlier today I watched that King of Lightning video on about the most useless type of haki, and he goes, yeah, it's full body arm and haki. And what the points he was making in that video, I agree with actually. So it was I just find it funny that it could be possible that Jinbei was using full body ornament haki within this chapter, but can't confirm that because you never get a full shot of it. So yeah, like I was saying, Jinbei has the upper hand throughout the majority of the fight, and now there's a bit where Who's Who is using armament haki, but I'm guessing Jinbei must have been using haki as well. There's no way that Who's Who could have been using haki on this finger and it been up from just Jinbei's normal flexing. No way. But we see just the difference in their haki because Who's Who's finger got bent back. And now the reason why I think this fight isn't over is because we haven't got the Gum flashback to back to when Sanji stole the Gum flashback. We haven't seen that yet, so that makes me believe that this fight is not over yet. It could possibly be over, and Who's Who is not knocked out yet. We see him receive the decisive blow, and we see him falling back. So at this present moment in time, what I think is going to happen next is that he hasn't completely faded yet. So in the next chapter, we see him like, dropping back to fate, and then that's when the flashback is going to come in. But yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. But I really thought we would have got the flashback before the actual fight finished and played out. But instead, what we get within this chapter is talks about a sun god. And now, I want to say like that this is pointless information, but it was mentioned enough in the chapter coming from a mangaka like Oda to make me feel that there is some importance to this talk. I don't know if it was something I should have realized now or something to come later, but I think there is some importance to this attack of the sun god, this talks of the sun god, sorry, but I have no idea of what that could be right now, but I'm interested in anybody's thoughts and opinions on that. So, overall, I enjoyed the chapter, I enjoyed the fight, wish it could have been extended a bit longer, more times showing CP0. Actually, no, that was kind of important. So less time on CP0, zero time showing the beast pirates switching sides. We could say that for another time, and the Nami and stuff. We could say that for another time. So less time on the CP0 stuff. More to the point. Just if you cut out the when it's telling us how many numbers, the numbers game bit, if you cut that out and just said like, Who's Who needs to go kind of thing, just kept it sort of simple to that, and then more time on the fight, would have been a perfect chapter. But I'm going to give this chapter a 4-star rating and call it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.